Question regarding Mikel Arteta? Not at all.
I know what you know.
Has he trained with you over the last couple of days, or have you seen him?
Today I saw him, yeah.
Has he trained with you, though? Or is he working here? Is he part of the game at Oxford?
Yeah, he's traveling, yeah.
What makes him such a good coach that other clubs are saying, we'd like him?
Because we were so smart to pick him up, and after the other clubs want him.
But what are his skills, though? You know, what?
I said many times, so he's an incredible person, he's a good manager, so work ethic, so that's why he's with us.
And what are your instincts about what might happen? Do you think he will stay, or do you think he will go?
He's talking with Arsenal, so I don't know what's going to happen.
The final one for me, how important is this competition, a competition you've won and enjoyed winning? How important is the Carabao Cup for you and Manchester City?
Well, it's important because we show it, because we won the last 2 Carabao Cups, and we are in quarterfinals, so a chance to arrive a semi-final again, and we travel tomorrow to Oxford. We play against them last season with the same manager, and try to qualify for the next round.
Simon Stone, BBC. There were obviously the pictures of Mikel meeting the people from Arsenal very late on Sunday night. Were you aware of that meeting?
Yeah, I knew it, yeah.
What advice or what do you say to him?
Nothing. What advice I have to do? He's adult, he knows exactly what he has to do. So, he was incredible, transparent, honest with me, so...
Do you know obviously if he goes, then that would be a big change in your coaching situation. What would you do? Would you be able to...
The organizations, the staff, the clubs is always alive. It's not a position that always stay like it was today, it doesn't work tomorrow. What the people is today, maybe tomorrow will not be here. So now is part of our group, our group and our staff, and stay here. So when we have any new news, so I will know it, you will know it, and after we will know what happens. Now it's here, tomorrow travel with us. He trained today, we prepared the training session in the game, and that's it.
And in terms of the fact that a club the size of Arsenal would like one of your coaches to manage their football club, that says that's a big compliment for the way that you work.
It's happened. So last season we have Lee Nopes here and went to Liverpool. So, and he decided to went to Liverpool. Now it happened with Mikel, that teams wants him. So he knows exactly what we want, we would like, but at the end the final decision is individual, is personal. Nobody's here when he doesn't wanna be. So he's still here because he wanna be. We decided to work together since 3 years ago. What happened in the next days, I don't know, honestly. I would like to be here, Mikel, and can explain better than me. So, but I have the obligation to come in front of you, Sam, and I'm here.
Mark, Pep. I wanted to ask you about the Champions League draw, because City is going to play against Real Madrid. Obviously, you came from Barcelona and you have lived a special rivalry with Real Madrid. I don't know how you see this tie, and if it's going to be like more special or more tense for you.
No, it's an incredible test for us. So the draw was the draw. So the king of this competition. So, and we'll prepare as best as possible. So still 2 months to play against them, and when the previous seasons always I said the same, so now we are in a situation, you have to see in February when we arrive how will be our condition and the Madrid condition to try to play good 2 games.
Pep Enric Gil, Catalunya Radio. Tomorrow in Spain plays Barcelona against Madrid. I just want to ask you if you want the game to be played, because it has been a bit of concern about that, and also who is the favorite? Who think is the favorite team of for that game?
I think both teams arrive in a good moment, but I saw highlights. I didn't see much. but I think in the results they arrive in a good moment, and always derbies are special. Always I thought that the team who plays at home is a little bit an advantage, but you never know these kind of games, and of course unfortunately we cannot watch it because we have a game tomorrow against Oxford, but next days I don't think so we'll have time. We'll have Leicester and Bolts and Sheffield, so many games in a few days, but we're going to watch the game for the curiosity, of course, because Madrid is the next rival in Champions League, and we're going to watch how was the game.
Pep, Mandy from the Premier League. Leroy Sané posted a picture on Instagram saying that he'd done his first session back on the pitch. Can you update us on his progress and how much of a boost it will be when he does come back?
What is the next step? To go to the pitch, and the next one will be start to train with us, a little part of the training session, and after full training session is incredible. Good news for him, for all of us, and it's good.
And what sort of a challenge are you expecting from Oxford?
From
Oxford tomorrow.
From Oxford. So the same manager, they changed a little bit the difference they played last season. The way set up play, but play quite similar in terms of attack. And it was one game away. Everything can happen. And we're going like we did in the past. Try to go there and win and go to semi-finals.
Fred Caldeira, Esporte Interativo Brazil. Obviously, when you face a club like Real Madrid in Champions League, people will highlight the strengths and the difficulty of facing such a winner side. But is there any positives out of this draw of like City having Madrid in 80 finals?
Of course, it's positive because we are in the best 16 teams in Europe, and that is a good news. The people think it's not enough. Of course, it's not enough. Every team wants to go through and do it better. Yeah, if you want to do it well in this competition, you have to face this type of teams. These teams sooner or later. Can do it now on quarterfinals you go through, and semi-finals and the finals. So in this competition there are not teams on lack of quality. So English teams, Spanish teams, French teams, even German teams. So all of them are really good. So it's an incredible test for us, but we face them with illusion. So we are going to try to prepare well these 2 months to arrive as best as possible for the injured players that we have many. And now we have one feeling, and we have maybe better feeling in February or worse feeling. So we will see. So it's what it is, and you want to make a step as a team. So we have to face them sooner or later. Of course, they have more experience than us in this competition. So this type of players play this kind of game many times, and we start to play in that position. So, but for us, it's an incredible experience to face them, and we're going to try to compete with them as best as possible. And of course, I have an incredible confidence on my team to do a good 2 games and suffer the bad moments and be stable in the bad moments and try to analyze them and what we can do to make a good 2 games.
And is it special to face Zinedine Zidane on the other side?
Of course it is, because it was one of the best. I dream as a football player, play with him. At the end, didn't happen. When I leave from Barcelona, it was my dream play with Juventus, but didn't happen to play with him. And I think with the manager, I didn't speak much with him, so maybe 3 or 4 times. But the first impression is an incredible person. And how he handled the pressure to handle this type of teams like Madrid, Barcelona, like Ernesto right now, do this calm. I'm not like this, honestly. So yeah, I admire him, and of course it's really good this kind of person is in the worldwide football worldwide and do it well. It will be a pleasure to see him